What's up, guys? This is my second video of the day. So I wanted to just do it. This is going to be a short video, really short. Might be one of my shortest, if I could just get to the fucking point. I want to talk about the next gen car. We've gotten more footage of it at Homestead, and basically, I want to talk about one thing that I see a lot of people who are concerned about this, but I'm going to explain to you why you shouldn't be concerned. It's about the sound. A lot of people are saying, why does the car sound like this? It doesn't. It sounds different. It doesn't sound like a traditional V8. They're worried about it. First and foremost, right off the bat, it is a V8. It does sound like a V8. That's not the thing. What you're hearing is the new exhaust setup. Okay? Right now, the current Gen Nascar cars have had for quite some time now an exhaust setup where both sides of the motor they branch out and then they exit through the passenger side together. So the exhaust comes out only on the passenger side, but when the car goes by, what you're hearing is all 8 cylinders, right? So think of that exhaust coming out the side of the car as a trumpet, somebody blowing a horn right at you. So now you got two trumpets, two guys blowing their horns right at you. Very fucking loud and very distinctive. That's the current the current car, the way it's set up, the way the exhaust is set up. With the next gen car, they have split the exhaust to where each bank of the engine exits out that side. So you've got 4 cylinders coming out the passenger side and the other 4 coming out the driver's side. And if you look underneath the car, instead of both merging together and coming out one side, they both split. So now you got the exhaust, coming out both sides. But what you're getting now, instead of 2 guys blowing that trumpet in your face, you're only getting 1 trumpet in your face, and the other trumpet, the guy's facing the other way, blowing the trumpet the other way. That's going to create a different sound, okay? So when the car goes by, instead of you getting all 8 cylinders coming at you, you're only getting 4 cylinders. You're only getting half the exhaust blowing at you. And the other side of the exhaust is going the other way. So when that combination is going to sound different. It's still a V8 sound. It still sounds good. It's just going to take some time to get used to. So there's nothing to worry about there. And the other thing is, we've only seen the car by itself on the track. So when the car is in testing, qualifying, or just out on the track by itself, that's when you're going to notice that difference with the new exhaust. You're not going to notice this during a race because you're going to have an entire pack of cars out there in close proximity to each other going by. So now, even though each car is only going to have the 4 cylinders blasting out the passenger side, you're going to have a whole shitload of cars doing that. So that's going to really make it sound very, very close to what we hear now. So it's not a big deal. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. That's why the car sounds so different right now. You're watching it. It's got the exhaust coming out both sides, and the car's by itself on the track. That's why the car sounds the way it does. There's nothing to worry about. Once these cars are all out together, in formation, racing, you're not going to really notice that big of a difference at all. And also, when the car is going down the backstretch, now the driver's face side is what you're facing. The cars are going to sound louder because now half the exhaust is pointing at you no matter which direction they're going. That's the difference in the sound. That's what you're hearing. There's nothing to worry about. And like I said, when you're watching a race, when everybody's out on the track together, it's going to sound very, very close to what you hear now. So there's nothing to worry about. until later down the line, if and when NASCAR decides to start making changes with the engine package, which that's the time people are gonna have something real to complain about, I think. But we're not there yet. But right now, I like what I see. The only thing I found on this car so far that I don't like are the wheels. I really hope that these aren't the wheels they're going to be using in 2021. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I wanted to address this issue with the sound of the next gen car, and I know a lot of people are worried about it, and they've seen these clips and they're like, oh, why does it sound like that? This is different. I don't. It's not the traditional V8 sound. There's nothing to worry about. That's why it sounds like that. And when you're watching a regular race, I think that when these cars are all together, you're not going to notice much of a difference. So that's all I wanted to say about that. I wanted to clear that up. And that's it. So I look forward to your comments later.